maybe I should do what Juice Man did to make a channel explode and rank TF2 characters from Straightest to Gayest or something like that.
So, boys, today what we are doing is we are ranking the TF2 mercenaries from straightest to gayest, with S tier being straight and F tier being fat. Starting with the first mercenary, we have the engineer. So, let me tell you something about the engineer, okay, boys? He lives in southern Texas. So, off the bat, if he was gay, he probably would have been bullied. But that's not the point. The point is, the engineer is a Chad. Just look at him, man. That jawline, that smile. He's a genius, and I can guarantee it, he is a gentleman. Moving on to the second straightest character in TF2, we got the Scout. So here's the thing about the Scout, okay? Scout is literally the gift of God to women on earth. And we all know God loves his children, but he doesn't necessarily agree with people being gay. So how exactly can you tell me that Scout could be gay at all when God literally made him the perfect creation to fuck women all over the globe? He's just got that much Chad power within him to just walk up to a woman and go,
Both got buckets of chicken. You want to do it?
Okay.
For the third straightest character in TF2, we have the heavy weapons guy. Heavy isn't necessarily straight, but he's not gay either, okay? Heavy grew up in a Siberian tundra with just his sisters and his mother. But Heavy doesn't condone himself with the pleasures of the flesh. No. Heavy, he may seem dumb on the outside, but he has a PhD in literature, and he spends most of his time reading, shooting his gun. He would much rather learn to be happy with himself than learn to live with a woman or a man. So, while not necessarily gay, Heavy isn't straight either. He just is himself. But if Heavy did want to fuck someone, he would split them in half with his absolute Goliath of a... Now, moving on to the fourth least / most straight of them all is the Soldier. Man, how can you even say Soldier is gay? He said it himself. I'm not gay! He's not gay. It's obvious to him. It's obvious to everyone. He's not gay. It's obvious, okay? For the fifth in the lineup, we got Demoman. Demoman hails from Ullapool, Scotland. And we all know that Scottish people, while they may seem manly, they do wear skirts and dresses. And we've all had that one kid in like middle school who dressed in a skirt for Halloween or something, and everybody gave him a funny look because he was like thinking, oh, it's gonna be funny. But no, nobody laughed. And then yeah, in high school he's gay. So yeah, Demoman, not looking good for you. For the sixth in the lineup, we have Sniper. Sniper is the only one I feel could be legitimately gay. He loves his team, you know, he takes care of them, and he's professional about it. But he might have some strange piss fetish with throwing his bottles of pee on what are essentially his friends, but in like different clothes. It's just a bit strange, you know. He likes to hide out by himself, and it makes you wonder, what's he hiding? For the seventh in the lineup, we have Spy. Now, Spy isn't a flamboyant gay person, even though it might seem like it. No. The reason I'm putting Spy this low on the list is because, well, Spy doesn't really care what he fucks. Man, woman, perhaps animal? It doesn't matter. As long as it satiates his needs, Spy doesn't care. Hell, Spy might even be nice enough to offer you a cigarette afterwards. For the second most gay character in TF2 is the Medic. It's obvious that Medic is gay, you know. But he seems like a masochist kind of BDSM type of gay. Because you can just look up medic on his own, you'll find some pretty strange stuff. But if you type in medic and heavy, just instant gay porn. Like, it's a bit disturbing that people seem to like want to ship heavy and medic that badly. That as soon as you type it in on Google, you just find instant gay porn of him and medic. It's pretty fucking weird. And now, for the most gay mercenary in TF2, I'm sure a lot of you saw this coming, is the Pyro. Pyro is just gay, dude. In every way. Not just in his sexuality, but in his play style, in his art style, in his voice lines. Everything. You know why Pyro talks and mumbles? A lot of you might be saying, oh, well, it's because the voice actor for Spy was offered some new lines for a character that doesn't need to talk, so he talked through his hand. No. They hired an original voice actor for the Pyro, and it was a gay guy who had a cock in his mouth the entire time and had to try to speak through it. How gay does a character need to be that even his voice actor has to perform an extremely gay act in order to just make voice lines for his character? And another thing about the Pyro is this. The Femme Pyro. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this one, okay? Now, not necessarily the Pyro's fault, this was out of his control. But the modeler. You must be some twisted version of gay to force a character into a completely different gender to receive even more dick than he could have possibly gotten. And another thing, we don't exactly know what Pyro's even saying in those fucking cum gargling noises that he calls voice lines. For all we know, instead of saying he could be saying even his teammates don't know if he is a man or a woman. But it's obvious to everyone, regardless of his gender, Pyro is gay. He's the most gay. And nobody likes him. So thank you everyone for watching, thank you everyone for listening, and I hope you agree with my tier list. I hope you enjoyed this video, and Merry Smissmas.